Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to 3 Degrees of Love Divination. So, I hope that you had a chance to check out my latest Bell Let's Talk Day fourth annual special. I had such an amazing time chatting with this year's panel of folks, and even though I had a little bit of a mishap with my premiere, that was very unfortunate, but I guess, quite a learning experience. I am happy that it turned out the way that it did. Again, I'm very grateful for the opportunity to have this discussion with some amazing people that I have met on my journey to date. And and of course, the panel this year features the lovely Ange of Roots and Waves Divination. Also Heather from who goes by Indigo Jaguar, also on YouTube. And the amazing and wonderful Tom Benjamin, who I believe it's the Fool's Journal, all a part of the tarot community, and all who have an understanding and connection to the importance of mental health therapy, how therapy is definitely something that has proven to be useful, as well as combining that with their tarot practice, and how that has also been useful on their journey too, and helping others. So I'm it was such a wonderful experience, and of course, over the course of the years that I've been doing it, everyone that I've met has always been amazing, and the discussion that has arisen out of that, of course, it's hashtag Bell Let's Talk Day, and that's the campaign, here in Canada for mental health, sponsored by our biggest one of our biggest telecommunications companies. Of course, not sponsoring this video, but I've been doing this in inspiration of that campaign, and of course, my personal connection to mental health matters, and being an advocate for it. So with all that being said, as I have been working with, and if you've seen in my last videos, I've been working with Melissa Wotherspoon's collection of decks, the Oracle Dior and the Lonely Dreamer Tarot, and then because of the psychology-based connection with the late French painter Odilon Redon's work, and how all of that has been beautifully blended together in the form of tarot, and also me bringing in tarot chimera. So but back to Melissa Wotherspoon and her creations. I think I also had mentioned in one of my videos about her a Lenormand deck that she did that I thought matched beautifully with the Oracle Dior, and you know, it sort of has that related concept. So if you remember with the gold foiling, so I was talking about and I misspelt it too in the video. I realized it's the Arum or Lenormand. Sorry, I was about to say Oracle, but it's the Arum Lenormand, and the story, the personal connection, the inspiration behind the creation of this deck. You know, that Melissa has disclosed in the guidebook. It's the idea, well, again, making reference to that, the, you know, that Japanese art form, I forget what it's called right now, but I'll put it up on the screen again, where it represents, you know, pottery and putting the broken pieces back together and fusing it with gold, and in doing with gold flakes, and you know, soldering that in, and in doing so you are putting together what was once broken and reinforcing its strength. And to me, that's, you know, that again, that really speaks to the idea of healing, and you know, putting the pieces back together of our minds and hearts, right? Healing that trauma, and you know, and things like that, and the things that have caused us to be misaligned, you know, as an individual, and how we respond to the world and the disconnection. But anyways, so I love that. Anyway, and I feel like, right? So here's the Lenormand, and as you can see, I think I may have had flipped through this once before when I was doing my video on shadow work, but shadow work, you say, but I can't quite remember. If I find it, I'll put it there. But this is the Lenormand deck, and it's absolutely beautiful, and I do believe it's still available too on Melissa's Etsy store, Lonely Raven Tarot. And of course I'll have everything linked down below, and there is an extra person card here. So you have the male, female, or man, woman, and person. Yeah. And the person is actually, I think, is featuring Melissa's inspiration behind this creation, and their what looks to be their child. So it's absolutely, I feel like it's absolutely breathtaking, the artistry. And so yeah, and of course, like I said, with the foiling, it just goes perfectly with the Oracle Dior and all of that, right? So anyways, but what really was the inspiration for me for this video now is, 1 second, is actually Melissa's other Lenormand deck, which is the Rustic Lenormand. Now, as I believe of yesterday, the campaign on Kickstarter for this deck's reprint went live. And so that was really, that was a very unexpected surprise, because I didn't know. But the one thing, as I, my piggies rushed to Kickstarter to check out the campaign. I'm not 100% certain if on whether or not the reprint is just like an exact reprint of the first edition, or if there's going to be additional cards or a change in artwork. So that I'm definitely waiting to hear back and from Melissa on to know that particular piece of information. But until then, I am happy to share with you the first edition. Part of why, this is such a favorite deck, again, because Melissa is a fellow Canadian creator, and so, like I said, was definitely a very inspiring leaping point into me diving deep into tarot, and so anyways, so I'm just gonna show you the first edition, but based on the theme of the Rustic Lenormand, and I'll have a link to the Kickstarter, of course, in the description box, but is this pattern, checkered pattern, and that's essentially the theme. And so another favorite fellow creator, Canadian creator, local enough to me, within the same province, I would say. There we go. Created this bag and mini bag set here that houses the entire Rustic Lenormand first edition, if you will. So so that makes it even more special for me, and in that sense, and having it in my collection, because I've always sort of been a matchy kind of, anyway, my nerdiness shining its bright light. Anyways, so okay, so I'll just show you here how cute this bag is. And yes, I keep this. Oh, so the other lovely thing about this bag creator is that you do get, I think with each bag purchase, you do get a hand selected crystal along with it. And in one of my orders that I had by this creator, I had gotten a smoky quartz crystal, and also included the meaning and associations with the smoky quartz. So That's also a very lovely touch that I absolutely love. And yeah, that I guess is also unique to I don't know if I want to say. Well, I feel like in certain aspects is relative to, you know, the connection of, you know, a typical Canadian creator. In that sense, the, you know, maybe should I, can I say that the capital for the capital the capital place for people pleasers or ex people pleasers or thereof inspire. Okay, anyhow, because apparently we have the reputation of being always so kind and polite and blah blah. Okay, all jokes aside, so okay. Okay. So yeah, so this is the bag, and this is the Rustic Roots Lenormand. Yeah. So actually in here, I believe I have, yes, this is where I last put the cards. I stored it in this pouch. As it was created and meant for to house the deck. And yes, of course, because I am a nerd like this, and I like to make sure that I, you know, protect the cards from, you know, as I'm in and out, because I also include the guidebook with it. So yeah, I have another layer of protection, if you will, or layers maybe. Anyhow, so excuse me while I struggle to open this. Okay. All right. Okay. So alright. So it comes with this, and it is padded, a bit padded, little pouch that holds the cards in the guidebook nicely. But of course, because of how, you know, with the zipper, putting it in and out, I like to give my cards a little bit of an extra protection, especially for the corners, right? From getting, you know, roughed from going in and out of the pouch. So yeah, so that's that. But the pouch, and of course the guidebook, and what I really also love about this Lenormand deck is that it includes poetry associated with the with each card. And so that's what I really like about it. The font in the guidebook is rather small, but lucky for me, I guess, because my, you know, I'm nearsighted, especially when I take my glasses off, you know, it's, yeah, easy enough for me to read. So, and is it 30, this one 36, or I can't remember if there was an extra card. But part of also why I wanted to talk about this deck is also, wait, I think I already said that. Yes, I did. Never mind. Well, the Kickstarter, that's what I was going to talk about. Is again, like I said, the so we have, I think, 2 extra cards, so that makes it 38. So we have, of course, a person card and another one called the Seeker. So right now, as it stands, I want to assume that it's just an actual repeat of the same, and there may not be any changes, but we'll see. So title card, and they're all poems about Canada too, for the most part, and relatable, like anecdotal stories. So the plain backside, well, plain in the sense of just the pattern, right? And then same goes for the deck, and yeah. Look at that. The book is got it. The cover is patterned the same as the entire theme of the deck. So yeah, that's the person and the seeker, and I believe so. The reason for I believe in this deck, that's as it's stated from what I recall in the guidebook, is that the reason why these cards are not numbered is because one, you can, I think the way that also Melissa sort of created this Lenormand deck is that it can be used as a regular oracle as well, and not just Lenormand, but the extra cards have, two uses. So one with the seeker, being can be used as a significator card, same as the person, but also the person can be a reflection of a stand in, depending on who you're reading for, as either gender. And so that was the reason for it to be not numbered. Because normally with all the Lenormand cards, in a standard Lenormand deck, they're all numbered. And then have their specific playing card associations. Anyways, and so so that's also pretty cool, and just the simplicity of the artwork, but also with the pops of color, the way that it's done, I absolutely love. And again, because again, it being created with love in Canada, by a Canadian creator, tickles me happy being a fellow Canadian myself. So, yeah. And, whoops. Also, a part of the first campaign, I don't know if this is going to be offered in this reprint, or how, but this is, so the pouch was an add-on, but initially, and then so was this bag that was specially made, custom made for this campaign, and it was created by Peggy Papaz over with Lisa, and their store, what's the bags okay, all of a sudden I'm blanking out at the name of the store, but anyways, so that's pretty cool. And I think Melissa worked with them, picked out the fabric. It's to mimic, and the pattern print is a specific tree bark, and it looks like that's giving it that woodsy, rustic, and I'm surprised that she at the time picked that as opposed to, but I think there's also an explanation too about that. I can't remember in the guidebook because it's been a while since I've used this and gone through this deck. So anyways, so of course, and it comes in a matchbox style, push out box, and yes, I do keep my plastics for the cards, and inside it says, walking in the woods, I felt in touch with the universe and with the spirit of the universe, and that's Alice Walker. And yeah, just the detail, the dandelion, when it's like in the seedling stage there, and yeah, and the idea was camping out in the mountains, and the idea of having a box of matches, And I think that's where she was going with the theme. And so I thought, so of course that's really cool. And yeah, so that's the Rustic Roots Lenormand, which the campaign is live now on Kickstarter. So if you want to check that out and you want to support Melissa's work, by all means, I'll have everything linked down below. And yes, both the Oracle Dior and the Lonely Dreamer Tarot 3rd edition is available on Etsy and I think on her website. But I also believe that she might have, I thought I read somewhere that there were a limited amount of copies of the 2nd edition available as well. I don't remember how many, but of the Lonely Dreamer Tarot. So if you want to, also check that out. But yeah, so this is really cool that she's bringing it back and reprinting this. I still absolutely love my my 1st edition of this deck, and of course, it was funny because I was just thinking about this deck not that long ago and wanting to bring it out. Since I've already been working with most of Melissa's work already. And then of course I knew that I wanted to bring the Aureum Lenormand out because of the gold and the connectivity to the Oracle Dior and all of that. So yeah. So working with 2 Lenormand decks, let's give that one a go. But I'm a nerd that way. I do that. That's how I roll. So, if you like this video today, please, give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe. I hope to see you again, and that you will have checked out my previous videos, featuring Odalyn Rudaw's work. And of course, more of, the decks done by Melissa Wotherspoon. And, please definitely check out the Kickstarter for the Rustic Roots Lenormand. And, give her a follow, on Instagram and me as well. And until I see you again, thank you so much for joining me for this video. I am loved, so are you. As I see myself as human, you are too. And so therefore, I hope that you will take care of yourself and each other. And while you're at it, don't forget about me too. Comment down below. Do you have the Rustic Roots Lenormand? Would this something that you would consider picking up? If not, and if you just want to say hi and enjoy my videos, let me know too, and thank you. Also, please check out, of course, my the Bell Let's Talk Day video, featuring some amazing tarot readers, and mental health advocates as well. It really means a lot to me, and if you can share that too, that would be great. And until I see you again, and as always, please remember to check your privilege, mind your magic, and always live, listen, and learn. I love you. Bye.